Hey there again, folks. Welcome back to PacaPlus. Yeah, it's been a few days since I've recorded, so yeah, I recorded all those pretty early. Been in a really big recording binge here lately. Yeah, we were gonna go see a movie with Yukari. Let's see how this is gonna go. I'm sure it won't be awkward at all. Yukari showed me the advance tickets. Oh, is that right? Sorry about that. Yeah, she got us advanced. She got advanced tickets. Like she was planning on us going here for quite a while. We buy drinks as per usual. I get soda and Yukari gets iced tea and hot dogs in place of lunch. Take our seats, watch the movie, and relax. Sounds like Yukari. Lord Alpaca. How strange that sounds a lot like Alpaca. Seriously, he's living in a society and they're training him to love alpacas. It's pretty strange. It's a dull French movie, or something like that. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep quite a few times during the movie, but I make it to the end, I think. Hopefully she doesn't quiz us like, hey, what's your favorite part about the movie? Don't say the part where it ends. Don't say the part where it ends. That part where the guy, he had the box, and he set it down. That was my favorite part about it. Don't ask me why. It's very hard to explain, but that was my favorite part. I scratch and hold back a yawn when Yukari turns to me with a devilish smile. Well, I didn't. I wasn't asleep. Well, seriously, that's strange. I thought I only had a small gap missing from somewhere in the middle of the movie. That was only a brief moment. My restlessness gradually receded, but what followed was an intense sleepiness. You know, falling asleep in a movie doesn't necessarily mean you're bored. I've gotten to where I can't stay awake during movies a lot of times. I think I stayed awake for most of The Force Awakens. I was falling asleep during Rogue One towards the beginning of it. The Hobbit I was falling asleep in. I love these movies, by the way. Rogue One I've only seen once, so I can't say I love that movie. I enjoyed it. It takes me a second time to know whether I really, really like it. But I watched The Hobbit again, and I love that movie. I always go to a movie when I feel so sleepy, and it's not a good combination. It's like, hey, you're already drowsy. Let's go sit in a dark room where it's nice and cold, and you're just like, pisses me off. I want to stay awake. I'm like, stay awake. If it was socially acceptable, punch yourself, I would do that. But I'd probably get some weird looks if I were to just go, boom, boom. So I don't do that. Could just stand up in the aisles. That'd be kind of strange too, and possibly I'd have to make sure I was like behind, not in front of people. That's what I should say. So yeah. That doesn't mean you're bored and don't want to watch the movie. That's what I'm saying. Seriously, it pisses me off. It's why I don't go to movies. Well, they have no social life. That's the other reason, but yeah, it ticks me off. All the stressing I've been doing lately might be interfering with my sleep quality. Hey, that was a loaded question. No fair. Even though I can keep myself calm, or keep my calm when talking to her now, it's still hard for me to look her in the eye. We watched couples pass by the fast food restaurant, walking while snuggled up together like we had been earlier. It feels like ages ago that we came here together during summer vacation after shopping for the school festival. Whew. I feel slightly bitter. Looking at those couples that look how we used to look. Even now, we should be enjoying our date like those couples, walking in front of us. Close my eyes, trying to recall my days with Yukari. Oh, sorry, I was just spacing out for a bit. Really, there's a change. Because of that, the only way I can keep a conversation going is with excuses and lies. Hmm? The tone of her voice is clearly questioning me. I look at Yukari, prompted by the change in her tone. She's staring straight at me. Yukari is worried about me, just like she always has been. Her earnest eyes rob me of my words. By the way, speaking of Rogue One, this video not sponsored by Rogue One nor Niagara purified drinking water, which was established in 1963 apparently. You noticed? Aww. Huh, you're really something else. She knew, but didn't say any more than necessary. She extends her arm gently to me. Her voice becomes increasingly meek. She's nervous and her body is still. Okay, Yukari, I've been hiding this for a while, but when I look at you, I see an alpaca. You know what, Kazuma? You could keep that to yourself. She's probably equal parts concerned and anxious. Anyone would be able to tell if someone close to them was acting strange. Can't imagine I could stay calm either if our positions were reversed. Yukari. Understand, she's thinking about me. She saw through me easily, and now she's trying to support me. I believe I shouldn't be making my girlfriend feel worried. Thanks. This time, instead of thinking up a storm with my eyes closed, I look straight at Yukari and speak to her. Regardless of how different her appearance is, some things don't change. If you're always worried about others, you get exhausted. I regain some composure by cooling my head. Do you have them as well, Yukari? Things you don't want to talk about? Feels like things were moving a bit closer to how they usually are between me and Yukari. You do? It's fine though. The way you said that makes me curious. Yeah? Since she's acting like it's pretty difficult for her to say, I also feel tense. Kazuma. This may surprise you, but I'm actually an alpaca! Oh my gosh. A brick just formed in my pants. Totally shocked. What? You can't stop there after coming this far. Now I have another thing to worry about. Are you trying to make me space out even more? That might have been a dirty way to see it, but I can't help being curious. The way she just cut off there also just makes me more curious. It's not wrong to feel this way, right? Right? Yeah, that I would agree with. It's like a bad cliffhanger, like somebody gets shot at the end of a movie. Tune in the sequel. What? No! I gotta know how this turns out. Do they live? Do they die? Huh? Lied? About what? I'm jolted hearing that troubling word. I thought she was going to admit that she was an alpaca. Snoring?
ほら、さっき映画館で寝てたって話の。
Oh. It's so far off from what I expected. Rather, it's a startling turn. I'd totally forgotten about it until she mentioned it. We had that conversation. Why is that something you didn't want to say?
だって寝てる間のことだし、私がいびきかいてたら恥ずかしいと思うもん。それに、やっぱり嘘つかれたら傷つくかなって。カズマくん、最近元気ないし。
Illness starts in the mind. This girl worries about me with her beautiful tenderness, straining herself over such a small thing. With that big fluffy body of hers. That's why I laugh out loud. To begin with, I hadn't worried about that in the slightest. No, it's just it's just so like you. I couldn't help myself. Sorry. She always picks up on the small things. That's why she ends up reflecting on her own actions so much. She finds reasons to be worried too easily. That kindness, that's the Yukari I know. Hmm?
よかった。最近カズマくんの笑った顔見てなかったから、本当に心配してたんだよ。
Think about it, she may be right. Facing this all alone, giving up by myself, and only believing what I could see in front of my face. I could still laugh like this. Rally's been overturned just like that. I wouldn't have been able to do this by myself.
カズマくんの悩みが何なのか聞いてもいい?
Yukari is hesitant to ask me. Oh, well. Right, the problem isn't solved yet. The fact that I'm talking to an alpaca still hasn't changed. I have no idea why. Honestly, I probably should have told Yukari about this right away. However... Yukari, please listen and don't get angry. Oh crap, how is this gonna go? How is this gonna go? I can't say it now. I still like to think a little bit about what I should be doing. I feel ashamed with how I've acted up until now because Yukari has been thinking about my feelings. She's had me in mind, so what have I been doing up until now? I cursed the world I saw through my tunnel vision and I acted cold toward Yukari. To so easily take this hand reaching out to me after making this observation log of over 100 cases, which is really nothing other than me speaking ill of her, that would be just too convenient. Haven't even collected myself yet. So before that, I haven't finished yet. I quietly listen to what Yukari is saying.
カズマくんが元気ないのが気になっただけだから、こうしてカズマくんが笑ってくれただけで今日は満足だよ。悩みも今話せないっていうのなら待つ。カズマくんが私に話したいって思えるようになるまで待つよ。
Oops. I know that she probably is incredibly curious after only being told bits and pieces of it. But even so, she says she will wait. I feel like I'm indebted to her for the rest of my life. Thanks. Well, we should get going. Stood up without waiting for her to answer, feeling a bit embarrassed. That's pretty mean of her to bait us like that. You were snoring. Huh? I thought I only missed a little bit. So you were sleeping. Seriously, though. That's what is that? Entrapment? Is that what that is? I reluctantly slow down, but I still just can't look at her. It isn't because I'm trying to avoid the reality of Yukari still being an alpaca, but because I am just slightly embarrassed.
今日はすごく楽しかった。また明日学校でね。
Yukari runs off by herself to the bus stop after saying that. I miss my chance to say goodbye and stand there watching her head off. Oh, I guess Yukari really is Yukari. No, rather, it's more like I'd never noticed up until now, and it's always been like that. Ever since her appearance changed, I focused only on seeing that, and I forgot to see her for who she is. The problem hasn't resolved yet, has it? And so I do feel like it's becoming a bit clearer. Look up at the budding twilight stars. Will it be a clear day tomorrow? It probably will be. Head home with light steps as I think about that. Scratch off another day. Looks like a holiday is coming up. After that, I finally feel like I can take things in with a clear head. I'm finally able to think that even though she looks different, Yukari is still the same inside. What's that noise? Morning! Shinazawa speaks up after noticing us. I see, so there really was some distance relative to where Yukari and I usually are. I realize that once again when Shinazawa says that. Yeah, but of course. Maid lessons. Okay. Yeah, exactly. She's trained to pound in everything that they do in the maid cafe into 1 week. They write words on the on the omelets. That'd be terrible if somebody were to be like, "Help me, I'm tied up in the basement." Like an omelet. I don't know how I'd react if I were to read that. I'm like, 911? Hello? Yes, I read an omelet, and I believe somebody is tied up in the basement. No, I'm not drunk. No. No drugs. No. No. It's what the omelet said. That'd be terrible. That'd be so mean. Those poor girls. I'm confident, though. Although Yukari never appears to have confidence, she has the determination to do things properly when she puts her mind to it. You'll be fine, Yukari. Just do your best. The bell rings and we head to our seats. Observation case log 102, class 2, math. Okay, we're over the hundreds now. The teacher writes a problem on the board and looks for raised hands to answer it. However, not a single hand is up. At this age, it's embarrassing to raise your hand in the middle class. Furthermore, the problem given is at college entrance exam levels of difficulty. To give such a problem to us freshmen to solve, quite the cruel prank. Nothing good will come of our eyes meeting. Excuse me. Look down at my notebook. The teacher calls out to Yukari.
Hi.
She stands in front of the blackboard, seeming to have that sense of surrender after being called. Even Yukari, who normally speeds through these questions, is having trouble making progress. Even so, she solves it little by little. I think this problem is more than enough to warrant filing a complaint. But it's commendable that she earnestly tries solving it right up until the end. After filling up about half of the blackboard, Yukari stops. Then a bit of silence follows. Yukari announces her surrender to the teacher. Glasses boy! Whoa, we have a glasses boy? The student who raises his hand is widely considered the biggest nerd in the class. What? If you knew, then why didn't you raise your hand in the first place? I was wondering that, actually. Or is it that he figured out how to solve it because of Yukari? Either way, I feel irritated by this four-eyed nerd. Hey, that's kind of mean. Nothing wrong with having glasses. I don't think I'd consider myself a nerd. I don't think I'm smart enough to be a nerd. Geek, maybe, but not a nerd. I think that's the difference between those words, right? A nerd implies intelligence. Geek requires, like, not as important knowledge. Like, hey, the same guy who played Saruman was in a James Bond movie. You know, something like that. And he was in Star Wars. Christopher Lee, it's like 3 big villains he's played. Yukari returns to her seat, looking a bit disheartened. Shocked she couldn't answer the question and embarrassed she had to say in front of everyone else that she didn't know. It feels like both of those. It's not Yukari's fault. Actually, a teacher shouldn't be giving out this problem like this. I'll go comfort her later. She's probably bothered by it. Perhaps I should say that I understand how she's feeling. Up until now, I couldn't tell what Alpaca Yukari was thinking until I spoke up with her. Yet today I fully understand. But stepping back and taking a good look, I can see there isn't any change in Yukari's mood or behavior. There's no change, meaning this observation case log of mine has absolutely no point whatsoever. I don't need this log. I'll throw all the observation case logs out of my mind. The bell rings, and with the teacher gone, the room begins getting rather noisy. Looks like math period ended pretty quickly while I was thinking about all this stuff. Oh, whoops, I need to go to Yukari. Hey-yo, nice job. Hey-yo. Huh?
Kazuma-kun.
As expected, Yukari looks downcast. Well, ordinary people probably can't tell by looking. Yukari tends to hide it when she's feeling down. In fact, she's smiling right now. I can see that shadow hiding deep in her eyes. Man, what was wrong with that teacher last class? Giving us that college entrance exam question. Nose is itching. I'm just saying, we're not ready to take the test yet, so there's no way we could solve it now. Don't compare yourself to that egghead. He should have just had his arm raised from the get-go. Yukari never speaks badly about others. If there seems to be a lot she wants to say that she keeps to herself instead. She doesn't express it often, or rather she doesn't express it at all. So I express it instead. Up till now, we have always had these different roles. That feeling is coming back to me. Oh, yeah. Sorry to hold you up. Yukari looks back and says thank you right before she leaves the classroom. Seeing her smile makes me feel better. Alright, guess I'll do my best in PE too. Woo! So yeah, that's the end of today's episode, guys. We'll see what hijinks gets involved in the PE class. You see, it's a high jump, hijinks, high jump, hijinks. Yeah, wasn't that funny? You're right. That person laughing right now, that wasn't funny. Stop laughing, please. But anyway, guys, I shouldn't tell anybody watching my videos stop laughing. That's the only thing. If you're crazy enough to laugh at my videos, thanks. But anyway, guys, that's all for today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.